Hi everyone, welcome to your weekly reading. I've already properly shuffled the deck, but I'm just going to give it another quick shuffle just like this. This is the weekly reading for the week of July 24th. Weekly reading for the week of July 24th. We already had a jumping card. Let's see what it is. The Hermit. What are the energies for the week of July 24th? What are the energies for the week of July 24th? Weekly reading for July 24th. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 8 cards. We already have one. First card, second card actually, Knight of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. The Hangman. Okay, I don't know, I'm sure you guys heard that. 2 cards just fell out of the deck right here. Interesting enough, one is the Nine of Wands and the other one is the Nine of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles, which I feel this card always shows up somewhere. The Ten of Swords. And the final card is the Tower. Okay, I know we had this card last week. So, interesting, very interesting spread. Give me a moment to look this over and see what I'm getting from this. One thing that really gets my attention is the fact that we had a jumping card. I mean, we had a few, and I'm sure if you watch my readings every week, we don't usually have jumping cards. I'm not sure why, but we never do, and today we had 3, which are the Hermit, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like these are very important cards, but I mean, the first card was the Hermit, and of course, the Hermit is all about going within. It's about doing a lot of soul searching. It's about trying to find the truth of what's going on in your life or in a situation. And it means that you're really looking for a spiritual truth. You're not just trying to rationalize something, you're looking for the truth. And as a major arcana, so this is something very significant in your life. Another thing that gets my attention is that we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman. I mean, seeing these 3 cards, and then the Nine of Wands, I feel like I've been saying this for like 2 or 3 weeks now, that somebody is going over something like over and over and over and over in their mind about something that they want to do, and you're not taking action. I mean, we have the Knight of Swords right here. So the Knight of Swords is not an energy of, let me think about it some more, let me sleep on it. Okay, I slept on it, now let me think about it for another week or 2. The Knight of Swords is a very impulsive energy, and it's just kind of like, I don't care. I'm just going to do, whatever I want to do, whatever my heart is telling me. We'll just see how it turns out. I'm just going to do what I feel is calling me. But that's not what I see going on in this reading. I feel there's a lot of hesitation around decisions right now. I feel like there's a lot of overthinking, and with the Hermit, I mean, I feel like you're trying to get some type of spiritual perspective, but I almost feel like you already have it and you want more confirmations. And I feel like I've said that before, but I'm getting that message again. The Seven of Pentacles over here, this is also a card of doing a lot of, it's a very kind of like organized energy of, doing a lot of planning. And there was another word that came up. I'm sure that was not me. This is my guides. A lot of like, research is what's coming up. Doing your research about something. You're obviously busy reviewing something, researching something like in your mind. Maybe physically doing this. You want to be prepared. You want to have all your facts straight. You want to know everything. You want to be on top of things, but in the meantime, you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing. You've already done enough thinking, and you have all the facts, and you have all the signs, yet you've done nothing. And then we have the Hangman. So while you're busy doing your research over and over and over and over, and, thinking about all the signs you've received, all the messages, everything, that's pointing you in a certain direction, you're stuck. The Hangman, it's kind of being in limbo. It's an energy of not moving forward. You're stuck between the old and the new. And, seeing the Nine of Wands, and this card did jump for us. These two jumped. I feel like whatever it is that you're reviewing, whatever it is that you're researching, because those are words that I was getting, these messages that you're waiting for from the Hermit, you want to see what, the spiritual truth of, behind what's going on in your life. I feel like, you already have the information that you want, but, the Nine of Wands, this tells me that you're afraid. You're afraid of taking action. Look at what's going on right here. Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords. So this card, like I said, this is just kind of throwing caution to the wind, and, whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to take action on what I feel like doing. I don't care. I'm just going to do it. The Nine of Wands is more of a protective energy. I want to make sure that my heart is not broken in two. I want to make sure I don't make the wrong decision. It's a very, fear-based card. And it means that, you have all these walls up and you want to protect yourself and you want to maybe shut other people out. You don't want to make the wrong decision. And then the Ten of Swords down here, again, a very fear-based card. And I think these two are a message to someone where you're protecting yourself too much because maybe you feel you made the wrong decision in the past. You were victimized, or you were betrayed, and something did not work out for you. And so now you're trying to do the right thing, or you think you're doing the right thing, is what I'm getting. You want to do everything right by taking things slow, or I don't know, I keep getting doing all your homework, researching, weighing all the pros and cons, the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. But like I said, this is just kind of keeping you in a stuck energy, and I feel like this is mostly out of fear. It's not just that you don't want to jump into something impulsively. I feel like you're very much protecting yourself from something that happened in the past. Now, the Nine of Cups, this card jumped with the Nine of Wands, two nines. And I feel like you're very close because there are two nines. You're very close to seeing like something manifest, which would be a 10. You're very close to some type of manifestation. With this card being the Nine of Cups, this is telling you that I almost feel like what you're fearing actually turns into like a dream come true, because the Nine of Cups is the wish card. These are, your hopes and wishes being granted. This is also immense happiness and contentment and just being very emotionally fulfilled. But I feel like this is what is awaiting you. But in the meantime, there's a lot of like thinking energy going on and stalling energy and not really moving forward with, with what you have to do. And I feel like for some of you, you may not be aware of this. You may just feel like you're doing the sensible thing. You're doing everything right. You're planning and you're taking everything one step at a time, baby steps. When really, there's something going on here with fear. Now, down here, at the bottom, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Tower. So again, the Knight of Pentacles, I just realized that all of these cards are like a screeching halt. Like things not happening, like you're just slamming the brakes on your life. The Knight of Pentacles, it has different meanings, but seeing like what's going on in this whole spread, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is saying that you're not moving as fast as you should be moving on your path right now. Like, you're making progress. This card is always a message that you're making progress, but at a slower pace. And I feel like because there's all this like stalling and fear-based energy, where really, you're just kind of protecting yourself because of something that has happened. And like I said, the Ten of Swords, you're making progress, but there's also this like strong fear of what if. What if I relive something really unpleasant from the past? What if I make the wrong decision like I did before? The Ten of Swords is always a, you know, a message that the worst is now behind you. You can shake yourself off, get up, and walk away. Nothing is holding you back when you get to the Ten of Swords. This is usually a message to move on with the rest of your life. But I feel like something's going on here where you're not moving on. When there is something, you know, really magical awaiting you here with the Nine of Cups. These are your hopes and wishes. And I feel like they're very close. They're very close to you. Like you could almost touch this manifestation. But I feel like there's a lot of hesitation going on. And then the Tower. I feel like, you know, and this was, ironically, this was the first card last week, and now it is the last card. And we do start the reading with a Major Arcana, and we end it with a Major Arcana. So I feel like something like really big is at stake here again this week. And I feel like this, you know, this is aligned with, you know, your hopes and wishes, but, you know, and something very unexpected can come of your actions and your decisions. But I feel like, you know, the ball's in your court. You're either going to take action or you're not going to take action. You're going to continue to plan and do your homework and soul search, or you can just take action on what you know that you have to do. And I feel like this, since this is a general reading, it could be just about anything. You know, whether you're in the middle of a decision as far as your career, you know, your love life, moving. This is, you know, a big change in your life, even a shocking change. But I feel like, you know, someone is not quite ready to jump right in there, even though we do have that message from, you know, the Knight of Swords saying, you know, stop analyzing everything, stop worrying and worrying about all the little details, just do what you know that you have to do. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the love reading. Okay, so let's get into the love reading. I've already properly shuffled. I'm just going to give the deck another quick shuffle just like this. This is a love reading for the week of July 24th. Love reading for the week of July 24th. What are the messages around love and romance for the week of July 24th? Messages about love and romance for the week of July 24th. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 9 cards. First card, Seven of Wands. Knight of Swords. Interesting. Again, in the same position. Okay, that's obviously a very strong message for someone. Four of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Ace of Wands. The High Priestess. The Fool. That's interesting. Temperance. Okay. So, something interesting going on in this reading as well. Let me just adjust the cards a little bit. So the heart of the reading is the Five of Cups. And this is not an easy card. It is one of those challenging energies. And it could mean that you and your significant other are hurting right now. It could be that you are separated from someone that you love. It could be that there's just sadness, there's tears, or you're just kind of really disappointed that something didn't work out. This could be that you're disappointed in someone, or that you're just kind of disappointed with how your love life is going. But I do see some positive messages around this. Okay, let's start with the top row over here. We have the Seven of Wands. the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So I laughed when I saw the Knight of Swords because we also had the Knight of Swords in the weekly reading, and it was in the exact same position. And here he is again. And like I said, the Knight of Swords is a very impulsive energy of just kind of, being spontaneous. Do what you want to do. Don't overanalyze. Don't sleep on it for too long. Just be impulsive. Just go with it. But I don't get that feeling from the cards around it. And I feel like because we have that strange, synchronicity that the weekly reading, again, is somehow tying in with this reading, depending on your situation. The Seven of Wands, this is a confrontational card. It means that you have to confront someone. There's going to be two examples here. There could be someone that you have to confront, and this might be your significant other. Or maybe you're not talking about maybe what's making you unhappy here. You're not talking about what is bringing you so much unhappiness and tears. Maybe this is something that you don't want to bring up. The Seven of Wands just means that you're intimidated, that you don't really want to confront someone. But this is not a negative card. It just means that this is your chance to prove to yourself that you can accomplish something. And this might be for some of you that you can stand up to your spouse, that you can lay down the law and say, look, this is what needs to be done. This is what needs to change. So I feel like that is a message for some of you, but I also feel like, based on the weekly reading, the Seven of Wands could also be something internal, that, there's self-confidence issues. Like I said, the Seven of Wands means that you don't really believe in yourself. You feel that other people are stronger than you, smarter than you, or in some way have a better chance. And I feel like there's an opportunity for you when it comes to a relationship or romance, but you're hesitating because you're doubting yourself with the Seven of Wands. Not only that, but we have the Four of Pentacles. And this is also a fear-based card because it means that you're holding on really tight. You're afraid of losing something. And sometimes this card means that you're holding on to your money. If it was a general reading, I would say you're holding on to maybe your money too tightly because you're afraid of being broke. You're afraid of losing all of your money. But it could be that you're afraid of losing a relationship. Maybe those of you who are in a relationship or married, there's something that you need to bring up to your partner where, something that's making you unhappy, but you don't want to do that out of fear of losing the relationship. But it could also be for some of you that, like I said, I feel like this is some type of self-confidence issue when really you're supposed to be taking action. It could be that you're afraid of maybe losing a part of yourself, and maybe you don't want to be I feel like some of you, you don't want to be put in an uncomfortable position with the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you may be kind of just holding on to something that you really want to do, some opportunity that is available to you, and you're just holding on to your fear. Now, this row here, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Ace of Wands. So, this is interesting because this is such a sad and difficult card, the Five of Cups. Like I said, this is sadness, this is tears. This is almost like mourning something that has been lost. And for some of you, it could be that you're mourning the loss of, of a relationship. Maybe you're not confident enough to move on with your love life. To me, the Five of Cups, it comes up when you're dwelling on something that, it's done, but you can't forget about it. You can't heal. You're having trouble healing. And, you're crying over something, like crying over spilt milk. It's already been done, and, it's over, and it's time to move on. And we did have the Ten of Swords in the weekly reading. But, look at the cards that are next to it. Even though this is a difficult card, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, it's like there's no reason for you to be unhappy. There's an opportunity for a relationship here in the Ten of Pentacles. And interesting enough, the Ten of Pentacles is not just a relationship or fling. This is a marriage card. This is a family card, children, and financial stability. So I feel like those of you who maybe you're upset that someone has left your life, this is what is around you. And I'm being reminded that we had the Nine of Cups in the weekly reading. So for some of you, that wish that you have could be that, this is your life partner and, your future family. And of course, over here we have the Ace of Wands. So this is a new life for you. So they're telling you, don't spend so much time crying over someone who is no longer there, mourning their loss. Something new awaits you. Someone new awaits you. But the Ace of Wands, it does also mean that you completely start over. You wipe the slate clean. And sometimes it does mean that you do some work, that you reinvent yourself, that you're not coming into this relationship with this energy from the Five of Cups of being disappointed and suspicious. They're telling you you can have a new life, everything new, new partner, maybe new home, but also you, what's going on inside of you, that has to be new too, because it's not fair to your new partner if you're coming in with all these suspicions and doubts. And like I said, this is lined up with fear with the Four of Pentacles, and also Temperance, which, sorry, you can't quite see it that well. Temperance, it's not really taking action. Temperance is a message of almost like all the cards we had in the weekly reading. Temperance is holding yourself back. It's, it's a message of self-restraint. It's like there's something you want to do. Again, the weekly reading. There's something that you want to do, but you're holding yourself back. Yeah, and I feel like when I said that, I feel like this might be a separate message. I mean, there's so many messages coming through these cards today. I feel like there's this, new, the energy is new, a new relationship, an entirely new life. I feel like this could be a partner that changes everything for you. Your life changes, but in a positive way. And here it is, but there are all these challenging energies around it. You're afraid to just let go with the Four of Pentacles. You can't let go because you feel safer holding on to your fears or holding on to your old life. You're holding yourself back, and this is a major arcana, so it's like an exclamation mark. And just notice how these 3 cards at the bottom, they're all major arcana. The High Priestess, the Fool, the Temperance. Again, just like I said in the weekly reading, I'm plagiarizing myself. The stakes are high. Something's going on in relationships where, I don't know, it's like there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for people to move on, and I feel like this includes not only, couples who maybe are going through a difficult time, but singles as well. Let go of, memories of relationships that didn't work out. If they didn't work out, that was for a reason. It's always for a reason. That just means that person was not your life partner. But it just means that, someone else is here. This card also represents children, fertility. And like I said, this card represents children as well. So I feel like you're saying don't dwell too much on unhappiness. And I feel like some people may also just kind of be unhappy with their life, and maybe you're just kind of, when it comes to love and romance, you're just no, I don't really want to deal with that mess right now. But again, something new awaits you, but some people are just, hiding out. Whenever I see this card, let me just show it to you. It looks like this person is kind of hiding up in the tree. And this is out of fear. They're just choosing to hold on to what they have, even if that is no longer making them happy. Meanwhile, this card is just saying, stop doing that and just take action. Don't be afraid. But like I said, down here we have Temperance, which is, holding yourself back, self-restraint. There's something you want to do, but out of fear, you're choosing to not take action, which, like I said, it was a message from the weekly reading. Now, moving on to this row here, the High Priestess. When I saw this card, the first thing that came up is that we had the Hermit in the weekly reading as the first card. So the High Priestess is, it's a very spiritual card. This is guidance. This is your intuition. And I feel like you know what you have to do. I mean, I feel like there have been plenty of signs when it comes to your love life. You know what you have to do. And the key word for this week is new. Here's the Fool, which is a new beginning, and the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. Whether this means that you and your partner need a fresh start, or maybe What you need is a new partner, start moving in a different direction. I feel like you have received plenty of guidance in some way, whether it's just your intuition, signs, your dreams, just, what your heart is telling you. I feel like this is also a push from Spirit. They're showing you the way. And, the Fool, like I said, this is a new beginning. Now, the Fool is always a message that you're being guided to a place that, it's kind of new to you. You have to take a chance. So I feel like for some of you, I don't know, you may be taking a chance on a partner. This maybe won't apply to everyone, but it's coming up. You might be taking a chance on a partner that maybe disappointed you in the past, because that message is here, and they're saying, like, don't hesitate with the Knight of Swords. Like, what are you waiting for? Maybe this person wants you back or is available again. The Fool is always like this risky energy. You're doing something that, you're worried how this is going to turn out. You've never done something like this before, yet here's the guidance. And here's you kind of questioning everything, just like I said in the weekly reading. You're questioning how this is going to turn out. But this is always a message, just follow your heart and your intuition. And, looking at what's going on right here, like I said, this is following your heart and your intuition. And this is just being impulsive. Just go with it. It's either that, or you can stay in this energy of the Five of Cups. This energy of just being sad and lonely and just kind of disappointed. I feel like someone is just kind of like really just disappointed in love, where you just like, you've thrown in the towel. And, Spirit is getting your attention this week, telling you that there's an opportunity here if you're interested. And I say if you're interested because they can't really force you to do anything. They can give you little nudges here and there, but ultimately you're the one making the decision. So I feel like some of you, like, what you have to do. I just keep getting that message. But I feel like somebody is just kind of questioning that and choosing to hold on to their fears and holding back on something you really want to do when there's like this like golden opportunity here for you. Okay, everyone, this has been your weekly reading. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next week.